What's up, guys? Brennan, aka Drip, back with another deck profile. See y'all guys later, man. Y'all take it easy. Sorry about that. Leaving locals. Later, broski. Y'all take it easy. Drive safe, all right? Anyways, Drip back on another video. Got another deck profile for you guys. This deck is pretty spicy. We're still working on it. It's not perfected. Once we eventually get it perfected, if it's not much of if it's a big change, then we'll let you guys know. Matt and I, Nebula, aka, been working on it for the past 2 days. It's actually pretty spicy. I think y'all will like it. I'm gonna stop talking. Discord's in the description. PayPal's in the description. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, and I'm gonna hand it over to him.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nebula. Today we're going back to the older days, except a little bit more spice. So, it is 6 Samurais with Inferno Noble Knights running into the mix. I haven't seen anyone actually try 6 Samurais and Noble Knights yet, so don't know if it's good or bad idea, but we'll go ahead and go into this. So starting off, we have 2 Fire Ladies.
Cut her to 2, I guess. I thought you were running 3.
Originally I was, but 3 just seemed like overkill for it.
Yeah.
And she has a once per turn effect, which put in some work against a what's that trap card? Wind. Halves the attack of the monster and negates his effect. I can't remember, but
I can't remember it either.
He tried targeting the monster that I summoned with this, and it was like, no go, bro. Grandmaster 6, he's an extender. Same way with Fire Lake. Not much to say on her or him. Tech card, if anything, he's mostly used as a fodder for a Sode. Just a card that you can grab and, you know, do what you want with and everything. And if you can get it into the graveyard, you can use Gateway to 6 to bring it back with the 6 counters, but that hardly ever happens. Running one of the best techs in the deck here. It's dumb.
Phoenix Gearfree dumb.
Phoenix Gearfree is dumb, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Easy to be able to summon, and strangely enough, I don't know why Konami did this, but does not prevent it from being special summoned by other means, like Monster Reborn or Skull Dread.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
3 of these. This allows me to special summon as long as there's another Fire Warrior, but I can also search for any equip cards, so either banished or in the graveyard.
That's nice. That's handy.
Or Fire Warrior, if anything, but that doesn't usually happen. Through this guy in here, he might be getting out, taken out, and everything. I don't see much play with him, to be honest. I've yet to see him being used at all, and it's never something I think about. So, what he does is that he can recycle Noble Knights or equip cards from the banished power graveyard back to the deck and draw 1, but I hardly ever use it at all. Running one of him, he allows me to send a warrior or equip card to the graveyard, and allow me to set up to where I can get Phoenix into my hand quickly if I need to. But there's other ways we can do this. Running 2 of Oliver. Oliver is more of an extender if need be. I hardly use him as synchro material. If I do, I can get Sheehan out with him as long as there's another Samurai on the field. Or I can go into like other monsters with link material, including like Skull Dread. And the reason I'm talking about Skull Dread a lot is because he's been used a lot.
Yeah.
Legendary Secret of the 6 Samurai. He's a 1-of right now. He might get re-bumped up to 2. That all depends on how I feel about it. Essentially, Secret Samurai gets summoned onto the field. You have this in hand. You can chain block by summoning him from it. So
this is still your 60 card build, right?
This is the 60 card build. Running 2 Kagekis. Not much to say on this. Is the moronic captain of the deck. Aestheticism is also good to bring it out with Fuma. So, and of course, we got to have 3 of these guys. Kazan.
That's like the best one.
He is dumb, especially when we get Gateway going. He's essentially just an extender, and he can do a lot of damage, but he also does a lot of rank 4 plays if need be, or he can be used to get Skull Dread onto the field. And we have 3 Mizukis. Extender and a 1-card combo type deal. So, and she can also blow stuff up if I absolutely need her to. And her husband, Sheena. Essentially, Miho and Sheena work together. You have
Peanut
one.
butter and jelly.
Pretty much. Whenever he's tribute off, you can activate his effect to add a 6 samurai from your graveyard, excluding himself by name.
Oh, recycled. So, nice.
Fuma, he's mostly used for dojo to bring out quickly because he's a level 1. But also, if you can get him destroyed by card battle or whatnot, you can special summon a 6 samurai monster with a different name.
That's in there too.
Yes, he is. So he can also do interesting plays. He has been used on a lot of things recently, including Infernoble Knights. For the most part, he's not as prominent as he used to be because of the ban list, but he is a 500 attack monster, and my legendary secret of the 6 samurai is 500, and aestheticism will just bring him out. So, have her. She's essentially a target for aestheticism, but she can also be used to revive another 6 samurai from the graveyard to the field, as long as you banish 2 6 samurai monsters from grave or field in order to summon it. You can also use her as that material to bring out the other 6 samurai. And we got 2 of this guy. He's the only one. No, there's another one, but he's the only one right now that does not have a counter opposite when it comes to aestheticism. There are ways around it, but it's more difficult than these be. He allows me to search for any 6 samurai monsters when he's special summoned, as long as the attribute that you control is not the same that you search for. So, and he's not a once per turn effect, so that's always nice. Sheen Squire,
Pretty good.
He is good as a tuner. He's also good for link material, especially on No Soliday. But he can also protect a 6 samurai monster from being destroyed by sending it to the graveyard for that turn. But that's hardly ever used anymore. And Zanji, the only one from the original 6 samurais that are still being used besides Grandmaster and Great Shogun. He can do battle with another monster, and he can destroy that monster if it did not get destroyed by battle, as long as there's another 6 samurai monster on the field with a different name. He can even die by the same monster that he's attacking, and as long as the 6 samurai with different names on the field, he will still get this effect.
That's good.
So, other than that, he's just there for his aestheticism targets. Now we go into the spells. Running 2 of these essentially allows me to search for whatever I need. Fire Warriors. Not many of them in there, but there's enough to justify at least having 2 of these. I might bump this down to 1. I'm not entirely sure yet. It all depends on how I feel about it. 3 aestheticisms. We have more than enough justification to run them. They are extenders, of course, but they can also get you into better plays if need be, and allow you to get counters.
So for people that are watching haven't noticed, this is actually a 6 samurai deck with Infernobles, not Infernobles with 6 samurai. So it's mainly a 6 samurai deck.
That is true. We're using this. It's just an equip card. It's in the graveyard, but it is treated as a no arms by its archetype. Because in Japan it's called Sacred Arms, and Sacred Arms is the archetype of the Normal Knights. And 2 DDRs. They're
3?
Nah, 3 seemed a little too much for what I was going for. Running 2 of these, essentially, if I can get stuff in their banish pile, I can just use this and get them back, especially if it's the 1900 attacker that allows me to search stuff. So. And of course, Divine Sword.
Best card ever.
Yeah, it's stupid. I've talked about this card in the past and everything like that. The big, essentially, you can discard it, you can banish stuff, warriors, and get it back and everything. It's just dumb. So dumb. Gateway to 6, surprisingly not the main focus with this deck anymore, but it's still there as a one-of, only because Konami will not bring it back to 3. Don't blame them, but yeah, it's still good, but there are other options you can do with this deck.
That one and the other one will let you play through Nib, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heresy, the Chalice. This is the reinforcement of the army for the Noble Knights or the Noble Arms. You can grab them from deck or graveyard, and if a Noble Knight with a Noble Arms gets sent to the graveyard by battle, you can add this back to your hand from the grave. Not something that normally happens in this deck, but the searching is always nice. Living fossils, essentially, if I need them, I can use them to bring back any monsters I need that keep their level and their well, the level and body is what I need. I don't care about their attack power or their effects as long as I can get an extension out of them. So, Monster Reborn, standard, to bring back one monster from either player's graveyard. Moon Mirror Shield is actually something I've not actually had to play yet, but it's there just in case if I deal with troublemakers. So essentially, it's just fodder for the Asode. But if I can, I will equip it to anything that I need and just run over anything to do 100 points of damage to them and kill it. So, reinforcement in the army, level 4 lower monster or warrior monsters from deck to hand, standard. 3 dojos, because these cards put in work.
They really do. Dojo definitely does.
Being able to special summon a 6-arrow monster or a Shein effect monster based on how many counters from that level or lower. That's what the greatest thing about this is. It does not restrict it to just being how many counters you have on it. It just means whatever the high, like having 4 counters means you can get a level 4 or lower, be special summoned from the field, from the deck, or as far as a level 5. Or if you really want to be sneaky about it, it also gets Shein monsters, which you can get Great Shogun Shein to the field. But that's more of, you know, trying to get as many resources as you can onto the field to try to do it. Smoke Signal is the reinforcement armor for them, except level 3 or lower 6-arrow monsters. Don't know why they didn't do level 4 or lower, but it puts in work. And last but not least, for the main deck, 6-arrow 90. Still one of the best draw power cards in the deck, or in any deck really. Being able to gather resources, you know, extend monsters and everything like that, and being putting counters on there and just being able to send them to the grave to draw or use them for other resources is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's part greed for the deck.
Yeah, essentially. That is the main deck. We'll go ahead and go into the extra deck here. Bestial didn't put as much work as I like, but it's still going to be staying in here. Essentially, negations of anything in the graveyard on my opponent's side, so that's always a plus.
Yeah, it's good against virtual world, silence, everything.
Yeah, Battle Shogun of the 6-samurai. He puts in a lot of work, but sometimes I wish to God, I wished I knew why Konami decided to put a discard ability on him just to search for the any cards with Bushi counter generating abilities. I just want him to be able to be, okay, you summon me, I get to add a Bushi counter card. So, but
A little more generic.
yeah. Barlow's Salvage Dragon, not much I can say about it except damn. He puts in work when he can get, you know, the right amount of cards in here. The Guster Emerald. I only saw him one time. I feel like I could actually replace him, but he did put in some work. So I'll probably replace him with Cowboy, because this deck, if anything else, is going to go into a draw. We have the Infernoble Synchro Monster here. The reason why I have him is because he can grab the Noble Arms from the deck and equip it to him. So it allows you to keep combos going, and he can be used as a fodder. So 2 Assaults, essentially be able to look for what you need warrior-wise and add it to your hand. Or and secondly, you can send equip cards to the graveyard to get a warrior monster onto the field if it's ill level. Legendary 6-samurai Shein, only running one of him. There's no reason to run more than one of him unless you know that the deck is nothing but spell or trap card specific. Most any day anymore, it's effect monsters, so his relevance is very little, but it's still there for the token generation and all that. Not token, but counter generation. Sea Dragon, he's put in a lot of work today. Essentially, Divine Sword, banish what you need to banish, summon him onto the field, bring him back, and keep combo extension, especially if it's the level 4 Knight Tenor attacker. Allows you to search for material. So why not? Number 60. He's put in some work, mostly just for the draw power. And he's also good material for like higher level link monsters. These guys, Skull Dreads.
Those put in more work than any card in your entire freaking extra deck.
Yes, it does.
Guaranteed.
The focus of this build is essentially to get these guys out so that way you can get into Phoenix and you can get into whatever else you need as quickly as possible. Yeah. And if you have to, you can go up to 3 materials, but I would recommend always going to 4 materials if need be.
Yeah. For the people who don't know or don't remember that much about samurais, a lot of people are going to be like, well, Saryuja, double Saryuja, how are you ever going to do that without playing through Nib? Well, this deck plays through Nibs as long as he has enough counters on his dojo, right?
As long as Dojo or Gateway has more than enough counters and everything like that, Bushi counters, I can still play that game. Dojo allows me to just bring out a monster, so that's always helpful. Gateway just allows me to get resources, but that doesn't guarantee that the monsters will still be there or if I have a way of getting them onto the field. Yeah. But that's why dojos are a little bit better than Gateway right now.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Sixth Samurai Shien, he's just an extender, but he can also be used for Kigeki to go into a 3500 beat stick out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And one of the tech cards that we somehow miraculously thought of here, Trish, the fusion one.
It's a fallback plan that helps him get into calamities. And if this card, all right, so we were play testing on EDO, and this card put in so much work against me, and I was playing him with dinos. I would book a Moonhif stuff right when I felt like it would be necessary. Even if I would have held out, he would have actually just kept plussing. So I did it at the critical moment, and this card still allows him to banish his materials that were face down to summon this and then keep going.
You can blame Gladiator Beast for that because they introduced the fact that contact fusion, as long as you reveal the monsters that are face down for the contact fusion, you can go into it, and that's what's going on with Trish here. Is that
go ahead and lay his partner down next to him, so everybody you're gonna keep going. You can lay his partner down.
Yep, and of course the Calamity. Yep. I'm not seeing him played except for one time, and it was more of a risk factor on my part.
Where's the other level 9?
The other level 9 will be.
Oh yeah, the Gear Freed, right?
Yep, Gear Freed is a level 9. Yep, he likes to. My only problem with Calamity is that I could do Calamity and keep the field locked itself, or I can keep him onto the field and negate whatever is important. Mm-hmm. So it's more of a balancing act on my part at this point.
See, though, one thing I think of is, couldn't you make calamities with him and then detach his material and shuffle him back on your turn to be able to bring him out again?
Well, the idea I like to try to do is try to get Calamity on the field and get the second or third one out.
Fair.
And try to get Abyss Dweller onto the field and just lock the field up as best I can. But I've not found a successful way as of yet of this build to do all 3 of those consistently. I can do it, but it is very time-consuming, which is why I keep going to draws.
That's 6 samurais for you. Every combo that they do is time-consuming.
There's not much I can do on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. That's just samurais. You can't do nothing about that. That's just how they're built.
Oh, yeah. You can blame Konami on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll also go ahead and show you the side deck.
So one thing I will say, guys, is I would have him do a combo, but that thing would take forever. And locals people want to get home. I want to get home. He wants to get home. If you want to see combos, just let us know, and we can probably upload some EDO videos.
Yeah. Lancia just pretty much prevent banishing everything.
Virtual World, yeah.
So, Cosmic Cyclones be able to get rid of something permanently. So
yeah, that's a really good card this format.
Dark Hole, I'm sorry. Pretty much wipe out anything I just don't like on the field.
Yeah. It's like Regeki, but it's at 3, and it's like Lightning Storm, but it doesn't have claws to where it's always live if you control monsters.
Drawlin Lockberry. Okay. This is a little bit of a rant, but we won't go into that much. I played this card one time in this entire locals. He gets hit by a Call of the Grave after A Pod Desires goes off, and it was the 2 cards he drew. One of the 2 cards.
Wow, that's just bad luck.
Yeah. I wasn't happy about that at all.
Either that, Joel Ogbar still puts in work this format, 100%.
Not for me, unfortunately.
Not that time, yeah. But.
Yeah, Harper's Paper Duster staple gets rid of backfield and doesn't hurt you at all. So,
Nope.
Regaiki staple, get rid of whatever I can because Lightning Storm and all that's other friends are too expensive to play.
Yeah.
And then the 4-card package.
Yeah, buddy. Super Mega Ultra Chicken Nugget.
Yes.
Chicken with a chicken nugget. So you got chicken, and then you got the barbecue sauce, you got the spicy buffalo, and you got sweet and sour. That's
Now,
what it is.
for the people who are not understanding what's going on here, Spear Mode allows me to tribute all 3 monsters on the field, on either side of the field, and they go on that side of the field until the next turn, and they return back to the original owner. If I tribute this off to activate its effect, it will special summon Winged Dragon and Raw from my deck.
Oh, and a lot of decks nowadays, definitely the combo ones will put up. They'll put up at least 3 some sort of interruptions. Like Drytrons will put up. They'll put up.
Oh yeah.
Most of them, a lot of the builds will put up Herald of Perfection, Vanity's Ruler, and then Herald. Or some form of that category. Not all builds are the same, but I've seen them put up that build, and then you can just drop it on them and completely just end it. And a lot of you guys are probably going to wonder why he's not running any hand traps. His deck is built around just having a bunch of extenders, right?
Well, the simple answer is
And board breakers going second.
simple answer here is the deck is still in the experimental stage right now, so hand traps are not in my concern at the moment. Like, yes, they are important and everything like that, but if the deck is not functioning, there's no more point of me putting hand traps in there. If it's still not going to help because hand traps, while good, have a very, very big flaw to them. They essentially create, bricks in hands if need be.
Yeah.
And not everyone can get out of those bricks. 6 Samurais cannot get out of a brick. There's no way. I played 6 Samurais for as long as I can remember, and bricks are just terrible for us. Like, the only way that we can get out of a brick is if the player we're playing against is terrible to the point to where it's like, oh, yes, you gave me this opening. You are screwed, son.
All right,
but
that's it for the deck, right?
Oh, yeah. If you have any short questions, I'll answer them real quick.
I was going to get a couple short questions. Off the top of your head, what's the cards that you think you would change?
Well, definitely Deco Sir Emerald for one, because I want the Cowboy in there so that way when I do go into time, I can at least burn my opponent for their, life and still win.
Yeah.
Other than that, this deck is pretty much right now designed to go in the draws.
I don't know, man. It beat my dinos when I went full combo. You were able to play through my board.
Well, here's the thing. We did set the timer a lot better, and we don't go to in-game procedures.
Fair enough.
So,
but yeah, guys, that's it for the deck profile. Hope y'all liked it. Stay tuned for the updates because this one we're definitely going to be updating. Him and I are going to probably keep going back and forth on it. I like the concept of it. I respect 6 Samurais. They're like one of the grandfather decks. I respect it, like Monarchs.
This proves how old I am.
But yeah, y'all drop a like, comment if you feel need to be. Discord description down below. Hit that subscribe button. Stop slacking. 87.9% of y'all said on the analytics are not subscribed, so stop slacking. Join the DD fam. Go subscribe to my man Nepula. I'll have his link to his channel in the description. Show him some love. Comment on one of his videos. Tell him Drip sent you. And y'all have a good day, night, morning, whenever y'all are watching this. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Drip out. Peace.
Later.